When any person's right is infringed, your right is infringed also. Certain members of the Christian community have the tendency of keeping silence when certain types of atrocities are committed against certain individuals. We sometimes hypocritically come up with reasons why we should not get involved, forgetting that injustice to people anywhere is injustice to people everywhere. I remember President Barack Obama, somewhere during his second term of office, signed a bill permitting gay marriages. When he did, certain Christians, Republicans, and Democrats alike, African Americans and non African Americans, got mad with him because he, as far as they were concerned, had committed the unpardonable sin. I said it then, and I will say it now. With the same stroke of the pen that Christians desired President Obama to discriminate against gays and lesbians, it is with that same stroke of the pen that one day the day will come when non compliant Christians will be discriminated against because someone somewhere didn't like the way those Christians were practicing their religion, or the way Christians were exercising their rights to believe whatever they want to believe. I know exactly what some of you are thinking. As a matter of fact, I can hear you. You're saying to me that this will never happen in the United States of America. You're saying that the United States Constitution guarantees us the right of freedom of religion. As a matter of fact, I can hear some of you quoting the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or the freedom of the press or the right of the people to peaceably assemble to petition the government for redress of grievance. The reality is, however, during the height of the coronavirus epidemic that we're going through, we were told, or we have been told in many places, that in order for us to get this pandemic under control, we could not or we cannot congregate in groups of more than 10, and we comply. Now, I'm not against the decision. As a matter of fact, I'm a first firm supporter of the decision, because if we are going to save lives, then we must be proactive and take the steps necessary now so that a whole lot of us won't have to die before this pandemic is over. But think for a moment. Can you envision a day when something else will happen and the government will decide that it needs to restrict some more of your freedom? Think of it. In many places, if a person were to quote the Bible's condemnation of certain lifestyles, the individual or individuals would run the risk of being called bigots. Better yet, in some places, one might be charged with a hate crime for believing what the Bible teaches that Christians should believe. Freedom is determined by the interpreters of our law. Freedom is determined by the legislators of our country. If you do not believe me, ask the African American slaves who came out of slavery, listening to Abraham Lincoln saying that we were now free, we had won our freedom. And those slaves will tell you that they got denied the same freedom by some of the courts in our land. They were told in some cases that because they were of a lesser race, that the law did not apply in their case. When any person's right is infringed, your right has been infringed also. Today, you might not be considered the enemy of the state, But I'm guaranteeing you that there a day is going to come when either a politician or some politicians or a jurist or some jurists will declare you to be the person that is the threat to the life and the safety of the rest of us. So, what I'm saying to you today, until the next time when we meet again, I'm saying that injustice to any person is injustice to all of us. And if you don't stand up for the justice that an individual or certain individuals deserve today, one day you're going to get to the place in life where you need justice, and there will be no one to stand for you or for me, because we would have set the precedents that gave the government the right to take away our freedom. Don't fool yourself. This might be the land of the free and the home of the brave, but freedom of speech has not allowed us to say everything that we want to say. The Second Amendment allows us to bear arms, to be able to fight against a tyrannical government. But every day in this country, there are politicians who are trying to take away that freedom. Ask yourself the question, when will they go after your religious freedom? Until next time, God bless you.